When your mind feels broken, the hidden pain of losing focus. You used to be sharp. You used to read an entire page and remember what it said. You used to finish tasks without opening 10 tabs or rereading the same sentence 5 times. You used to feel in control of your thoughts. But now your brain feels like it's floating. You start something and forget why. You walk into a room and wonder what you came in for. You rewatch the same reel 3 times because you were really there the first 2. And the worst part is, you feel stupid. You feel slow. You feel broken. Let's name it for what it really is: mental burnout. This is not laziness. This is not lack of discipline. This is not just needing more focus. This is your brain trying to survive something it hasn't been able to process. There's a silent kind of suffering that comes with losing your ability to focus. It's not loud like anxiety. It's not heavy like panic. It's more like fog, thick, endless, disorienting. People ask, "Are you okay?" And you smile and nod, because what can you even say? Actually, I feel like my brain has stopped working. Actually, I can't hold a thought for longer than 10 seconds. Actually, I feel like I'm not even here. So you hide it. You try to overcompensate. You write things down. You triple check everything. You avoid long conversations. You scroll instead of speak. And deep down, you miss yourself. This loss of focus isn't just inconvenient, it's deeply emotional. It makes you feel disconnected from work, from people, from yourself. You may have said to yourself lately, "Why can't I just concentrate? What's wrong with me? I used to be so much smarter than this. Am I losing my mind?" No, you're not. You're not losing your mind. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You are overwhelmed. You are emotionally overloaded. You are underrested and overstimulated. And your brain is trying to protect you the only way it knows how. By shutting down everything that isn't absolutely necessary. Let's pause right here and acknowledge something no one tells you. Purple circle, you can be intelligent and still struggle to focus. Purple circle, you can be productive and still forget what you are doing. Purple circle, you can be a strong woman and still feel mentally scattered. The ability to focus is not just about willpower. It's not just about caffeine, checklists, or productivity hacks. It's about how safe, stable, and rested your nervous system feels. And for many women, especially those dealing with depression, anxiety, trauma, or chronic stress, your brain has stopped trusting that it's safe to engage fully. If this is you, I want you to know something very clearly. You are not failing. Your focus isn't gone, it's hiding behind the weight you're carrying. And in the next topics, we're going to talk about the science, the cause, and, most importantly, the way out. The science behind why you can't focus anymore. Let's take a deep breath and go inside the brain. Not the part that judges you, the part that protects you. Because when you lose your ability to focus, your brain isn't broken. It's responding to stress, trauma, hormone shifts, emotional overload. Let's break this down, simply and clearly. Brain 1. Prefrontal cortex, the CEO of your brain. This is the part of your brain responsible for planning, decision-making, and focus. When it's activated and supported, you feel clear, creative, and capable. But under chronic stress, especially in depression or emotional burnout, this region becomes underactive. The result? Trouble concentrating, trouble starting or finishing tasks, feeling paralyzed by decisions, constant procrastination, not from laziness, but neurological fatigue. Your brain literally redirects blood flow away from this area when you're in survival mode. It's not that you don't want to focus. It's that your brain doesn't feel safe enough to focus. Warning 2. The amygdala, the overactive alarm system. Your amygdala processes fear and emotional threat. In a calm state, it alerts you when something's wrong. But in a dysregulated state, it becomes hyperactive, interpreting everything, emails, messages, noise, as potential danger. This constant alert mode triggers racing thoughts, hijacks attention, amplifies emotional reactivity, makes it hard to return to calm, focused thinking. It's like trying to read a book while your house alarm is blaring. Impossible. Counterclockwise arrows button 3. The HPA axis, stress that lingers. The hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis manages your stress response. But when it's overstimulated for too long, it begins to fire constantly, releasing excess cortisol. Too much cortisol equals focus failure. You become mentally foggy, emotionally numb, physically wired but cognitively tired. This is not your fault. This is biology trying to protect you from what it perceives as threat, even if the threat is just your inbox. Female sign 4. Estrogen and progesterone, the female focus factor. These hormones don't just regulate your cycle, they influence how your brain performs. During menstruation, drop in estrogen, slower processing speed. Perimenopause or menopause, massive hormonal shifts, memory lapses, reduced focus, increased brain fog. Chronic stress disrupts the hormone-brain connection entirely. That's why many women feel mentally slower in phases of emotional or hormonal transition. It's not in your head. It's in your chemistry. Test tube 5. Neurotransmitters, serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine. These are the messengers of your mental energy. Serotonin, when low, your mood dips, and so does cognitive flexibility. Dopamine, when low, motivation collapses, so even simple focus feels impossible. Norepinephrine, when unstable, your attention jumps from one thing to the next without anchoring. In women with depression or trauma history, these neurotransmitters often fluctuate wildly, making it hard to stay grounded in any task. Light bulb, so what's the big picture? Your focus hasn't disappeared. It's just been buried under a biochemical and emotional traffic jam. It's not that you don't care. It's not that you're lazy. It's not that you're undisciplined. It's that your brain, body, and hormones are not aligned to support your mental clarity. But here's the good news. These systems can be restored. The brain is plastic, it can change. And with the right tools, your focus can return stronger than ever. In the next topic, I'll share with you the real-life story of a woman who forgot who she was and how she came back. You are not alone in this. The woman who forgot herself, living with mental fog. Sophia was a detail-oriented woman. She remembered birthdays. She proofread everything. She was the go-to person when others needed clarity. Her brain was her superpower. Until it wasn't. It started small. She forgot to reply to messages. Missed a meeting. Walked into rooms and stood there. Blank. Then it escalated. She'd read a page of a book and forget what she just read. She'd rewatch the same show because she couldn't follow the plot. She stopped starting anything new because her brain felt broken. She said things like, I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't trust myself anymore. I used to be smart. What happened to me? Sophia didn't know she was experiencing cognitive burnout, a form of mental fatigue caused by emotional overload. And she didn't know she wasn't alone. Millions of women are silently living the story. They don't call it burnout. They just call it life. But here's the truth. Purple Circle, the mind doesn't stop working out of nowhere. Purple Circle, it stops when it's been running on fumes for too long. Purple Circle, it slows down when it hasn't been given space to rest, reset, or feel safe. Sophia tried hiding it. She laughed it off. Oh, I'm just forgetful lately. Oh, I guess my brain's taking a vacation. But inside, she was scared. Because when your mind stops feeling like yours, the fear is overwhelming. You begin to withdraw. You avoid challenges. You shrink into autopilot. You stop believing you're capable of anything. This is one of the most painful parts of untreated mental overload. You begin to doubt your worth, not just intellectually, but emotionally. You feel useless, embarrassed, ashamed, and what's worse, you start thinking it's your fault. So you push harder. You overwork. You overexplain. You reread, rewrite, repeat, and still feel inadequate. Until one day, your body says, "No more." Here's what happened to Sophia. She began waking up in full panic before her day even started. She had to write down everything, even grocery items. She couldn't handle conversations longer than a few minutes. She cried in bathrooms at work, not even knowing why. She forgot important things her children told her, and the guilt crushed her. Sophia wasn't lazy. She wasn't crazy. She was overstimulated, undersupported, and emotionally invisible. And every day she ignored it, it got worse. If you've been living like Sophia, if your focus has faded, your memory feels slippery, and your confidence has disappeared, please hear this. Crossmark, you're not dumb. Crossmark, you're not broken. Crossmark, you're not failing. You are exhausted. Your brain is begging for rest, softness, safety. Not another platter. Not another productivity hack. Not more pressure. But something real. Something that brings you back to you. In the next topic, I'll share how to rebuild your focus, regulate your mind, and feel mentally alive again. You are not your brain fog, and you will not be stuck here forever. How to rebuild your focus and feel mentally alive again. You are not broken. You are overwhelmed. And from overwhelm, we don't push harder. We start softer. If your brain has been shutting down on you, forgetting things, zoning out, struggling to keep up, it's not because you're failing. It's because you need reconnection with your body, with your breath, with your rhythm. So here's how we begin. Brain 1. Reset your focus through regulation. Forget concentration hacks for now. We're going deeper to your nervous system. Every time you feel scattered or foggy, try one of these. Box breathing. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. Hand on chest plus slow breath, tell your brain, I am safe. I rest technique. Stare at a fixed point for 20 seconds, then close your eyes and breathe. Body scan. Focus your attention from toes to head, noticing sensations. These tiny shifts bring your brain back into the present, where focus actually lives. No mobile phones too. Reduce input to rebuild attention. We live in a world of constant stimulation. Your brain can't focus because it's never bored anymore. Give it room to breathe. Try this. Set 2 quiet zones per day, no screens, no multitasking. Turn off all non-essential notifications. Listen to music with no lyrics when working. Create a mental warm-up ritual before starting a task. 3 breaths, 1 sentence of intention. Protect your attention like it's gold, because it is. Leaf fluttering in wind. 3. Honor hormonal rhythms, especially if you're a woman. Track your energy levels across your menstrual cycle. You may find you focus better after your period, follicular phase. You feel slower during PMS or premenopause. Your brain fog worsens with stress or poor sleep. Start respecting that rhythm instead of fighting it. Align creative work with your high energy days. Use lower energy days for rest, planning, or gentler tasks. This isn't laziness. It's strategy. It's self-respect. Writing. And 4. Rebuild trust with yourself. When focus disappears, we stop trusting ourselves. We question everything. We feel broken. So, let's rebuild that trust gently daily. Each morning, write 1 small task you will complete. Each evening, write 1 thing you're proud of, even if it's "I rested." Say out loud, "My mind is healing. My focus will return." Because healing doesn't happen with force. It happens with kindness. Woman in lotus position guided visualization. Come back to you. Close your eyes. Take a deep, slow breath. Imagine standing in a wide, quiet meadow. The sun is rising. The air is soft. There's no rush, no noise, no pressure. You place your hand over your heart and whisper, "I'm not broken. I'm just healing." In this moment, your thoughts don't need to be perfect. You don't need to finish a task. You don't need to prove anything. You just need to be here, breathing, feeling, returning. You are not your scattered mind. You are the calm beneath it. And every day, you are coming back to yourself. If this message touched your heart, please like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to the channel. Together, we're rebuilding from the inside out, 1 breath at a time.